Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 18th of August 2023. So bond stocks, Bitcoin and bullion battered as yuan and the yield curve rally. And in the other headlines, stocks and bonds slide again with dollar flat as yuan and yen outperform the US dollar there. US stocks selling persisted, but not until late on in the trading session. So fairly quiet for the rest of the day, but the US then started to see some selling. No news to move the markets today. We're at some interesting support levels in the charts, and therefore we could expect to see the markets sideways to higher today, certainly after the down move from last night. US dollar still above the 200 MA, but a bit of weakness from last night there. But the market's still above that 200, showing support there, and also the 5 MA. Right, let's move on, have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow. So the Dow putting in some selling last night, late on, and trading down to 89% of this major retracement from here to here. So the market needs to hold at this level. Failure to do that will test this low to the left, and if not, we make our way down to the 200 MA. We're not completely oversold yet on the downside. There is some potential, but when you get a down day like this, it's not unusual to see the market try and move back to the upside the following day, particularly on a Friday. So everything was fine until late on, and then all of a sudden the market decided to sell off. And we see so far the market's coming off the low of yesterday. If this is broken like yesterday, you can see how it was used as support yesterday, but then when broken convincingly, the market just tanked. So we'll look out for that later today, just in case. So low, watch out for this area here. The market's failing to take out the previous day's high at the moment as prices move lower. In the German DAX, price is also sideways to lower at the 200 MA and the 89% retracement. We are oversold on the downside at the moment. Again, we saw prices moving to the upside. Then we came off with the Dow. The market became sideways for the afternoon and then broke to the downside. Again, we've already retested the low, and the market having bounced off this is a question of whether it will be able to maintain that move to the upside, or do we see another move back to the downside. The markets are still thin at the moment. Most traders are still away. So let's move on and have a look at the S&P. And in the S&P, this too also moving down again late on in the session, down to 89% retracement, oversold for sure, and now needs to hold at this level. Failure to do that will see the market move lower. We took out yesterday's low. Again, you can see how it was used to try and support the market, but once it broke, it just cascaded lower down to the S3 level. So watch the low today for support in this market. In the FT100 down at 89 as well. You can see that we're also oversold in this area. And again, yesterday, the market attempting to come back above the low and close, but then struggled at lunchtime, and then by late evening, you can see the market selling off there. We've got the low here where the market's come off as well overnight, and now it seems to be heading back in this direction as well. Needs to bounce to the upside in order to continue to move higher. And as it said in the headline, the bullion markets were battered, well, particularly gold. Fortunately for silver, it had a bit of a reprieve yesterday, and we see the market moving back. This could be a potential bottom. I'm not convinced yet. The 22 I still think is going to be taken out, but we do have a bit of a dead cat bounce going on at the moment in silver. You can see yesterday moving higher, but then getting slammed at lunchtime. What a surprise. And then coming up in the Asian market. So watch this going back to the 2250 level, which is the blue line there. Meanwhile, in gold, well, different picture. This is unusual to see gold trading through the 89, trying to get back at the moment. This is 89%. 0%. This is from this low over here. So trying to hold at that 1892. and the market doing its best to do that. There's a big distinction between these markets yesterday. You can see gold moving up there, then getting absolutely monkey hammered over the during the evening session, and then coming back to the DP and failing to hold there at the moment. So if you take the 30-minute in silver, didn't get the hammering, which is unusual. If you hammer gold, silver just normally gets pummeled at twice the rate, but it didn't. And then in the 30-minute charts of gold, you can see how this market just got hammered to the downside there. So a bit of a difference between the two. I haven't seen that for a very long time. So yeah, and that makes a difference on the gold-silver ratio, which we'll have a look at now. So yeah, gold-silver ratio being allowed to move down and coming down overnight as well at the moment. But I don't think it's over on the downside for the metals yet. They'll have an opportunity to put in a massive shakeout before they want to move these back to the upside. And of course the dollar's got to reverse and start moving to the downside also. But we'll see what happens today. There's no economic news to shout about, so the market's going to have to make its own direction. And it's been very quiet during the mornings and the start of the afternoon, and it's late evenings at the moment where the market's got all of the activity. So the derivative players are in control at the moment. Fortunately, we're getting towards the end of the 6 weeks summer hold, and the traders will be returning back to their desks, because at the moment there's certainly a lack of direction in these markets. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great weekend, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.